So I'm freaking out this morning because we're visiting family this week, and Caden lost his MacBook charger. Since he's homeschooled now, I needed to find it fast so he could do his schoolwork. First, I checked my parents' house where he's been sleeping, but no luck. Then I searched the backyard, and it wasn't there either. I decided to drive to Best Buy to buy him a new one, but they weren't open yet. Around this time, we usually take the kids to Lifetime, so I thought maybe they'd have a charger, but nope, none there either. When we got back to my parents' house, I went into the backyard to think about where his charger could be. Suddenly, I spotted the power block under the tree. I looked up and saw the cable dangling from the branches. I was totally confused about how it got up there, so I checked my parents' backyard camera and saw Caden tossing it up there. When I asked him why he did it, he admitted he was just trying to avoid doing his schoolwork. Now I'm wondering if we should put him back in school or not. What do you think? So I'm really angry because someone beat my high score on the Pac-Man game at my parents' house. I couldn't let someone take my title, so I had to retake the throne. I started playing the game, but every time I got close to beating the high score, I lost. I thought my hands were just sweaty, so I drove to the store, bought some gloves to keep my hands dry, and tried again. I got really close once more, but those colorful monsters got me again. I figured maybe going for a run would sharpen my skills, but it didn't help. After that run, I was a little tired, so I drove to the store and got a Red Bull, which I hadn't had in a long time. I got a burst of energy and started going wild. I knew I was ready, so I rushed to the game to reclaim my title. I stayed focused, kept my cool, and finally beat the high score. I was so exhausted afterward that I took a nap. Suddenly, I woke up to someone cheering. I looked up, and it was my dog, Snoop. I can't believe my dog beat my title. While I was cleaning the pool, my dog Snoop spotted an iguana.
Hey, what you doing in my pool?
I don't want no problems. I'm just trying to take a bath, man.
I don't want you in here. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out of here.
I ain't going nowhere. This
What?
is my house now.
What you say? You gonna pay for that? What's up? What's up? Yeah. This ain't over. Hold on, just give me a second. I gotta catch my breath. Say that to my face. I dare you to say that to my back.
Oh, you
You
look.
done did it now. Wow.
Just
I
let
hate
me
the color
alone.
green. Yeah, get down there. What's up?
What?
Da!
What?
I got your head. Yeah, you ain't like that. What's up?
Growing up, if my brothers and I forgot to take out the trash on trash day, our dad would explode.
The next time someone forget to take the trash out, I'm gonna throw you out!
Well, one day I was jamming on my drums when I suddenly heard the trash truck. That's when I remembered it was my turn to take out the trash. I rushed outside to stop the truck, but it was too late. That truck was gone. Then my dad sent me a video.
I just passed the trash truck, and if our bin isn't empty, you're gonna get it!
I had to think fast, and an idea popped into my head. I took all the trash out the bin and hid it under the couch. A few minutes after my dad got home, he asked,
Desmond, why does the couch smell like straight up trash?
maybe some food fell under there?
Or maybe you forgot to take out the trash and hit the trash bags under the couch so you wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, my goodness, he knows!
How did you know, Dad? Wait, I was just joking. You really did that?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you're about to get it, boy. No!
I woke up yelling this morning because somehow I woke up in my car in the middle of nowhere. I definitely fell asleep in my bed, so I wanted to find out how I managed to get in my car and drive somewhere. First, I tried looking at the security footage in my Tesla, but there was no footage of me getting in my car, so I decided to get out of the car and search around for some clues. I found this random path and followed it, but I started getting bit by mosquitoes, so I turned around and ran back to my car. Then I realized I was getting kind of hungry, but to my surprise, there was a Starbucks bag on the floor of my car with my favorite sandwich inside. I looked at the bag, and there was a note telling me to watch the video on my smart glasses. I found the glasses in the cup holder, but they were dead, so I had no choice but to drive home and charge them. When they finally turned back on, I quickly connected them to my phone to see the footage, and I couldn't believe what I saw. There was a video of me getting out of my bed and walking outside to my car this morning. There's only one explanation. I'm a sleepwalker. So I'm happy this morning because I came downstairs and found the whole living room decked out in fall decorations. Pumpkins everywhere, leaves on the walls, and even my favorite mini pumpkin snacks. As I enjoyed one, Destiny walked in and applauded me for the decorating. I told her it wasn't me, and I thought she did it. She suggested it might have been Caden. So I dashed into Caden's gaming room and asked if he had decorated the living room. He shrugged and said he couldn't have even if he wanted to because he's broke. Then I remembered I had a camera set up in the living room. I decided to check the footage to see who put up the decorations, and you wouldn't believe what I saw. The decorations put themselves up. That's when it clicked. I realized we had a ghost. Just as panic set in, I heard laughter coming from the other room. Was that the ghost getting ready to attack? I had to find out, so I rushed in the room to find my daughter Kaylani drawing on her easel. But to my surprise, everything she drew came to life. Wait, does that mean those pumpkin snacks I just ate weren't real? When I was a kid, I thought I was the smartest person alive. One day, my dad told me I couldn't ride my bike until I finished cleaning my room. So I waited for him to start watching football and snuck out anyway. I thought it was fun being a bad boy. Until I saw a police car roll by. Right in that moment, I didn't want to be bad anymore. So I ditched my bike behind a bush and ran home like I just committed a felony. 10 minutes later, my dad yelled,
Desmond, oh my goodness, somebody stole your bike.
I froze. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't tell him I was the thief, so I just played along. Next thing I know, we're in the car driving around the neighborhood looking for my bike, and I felt so guilty because I knew exactly where it was. But suddenly, we see the neighborhood guy, Yermy, walking with my bike.
Yermy, you stole Desmond's bike out of our backyard?
What? He threw behind the bushes 10 minutes ago, so I thought he didn't want it no more.
Hold on, so you sneaking out the house and you got me out here looking for a bike that's not stolen?
By the look in his eyes, I already knew what time it was. Let's just say I was grounded before the bike even made it home. When I was a kid, my dad told me and my brothers,
Boys, it's your mom's birthday and we're doing something special this year.
I thought we were about to go out to eat, but he said,
We're writing her a song.
A song? Bro, I was like 8. I didn't even know how to rhyme yet. Dad grabbed his guitar, my brother started coming up with dance moves, and I was in charge of lyrics. What rhymes with mom? Mom? Bum?
Y'all better take this serious. We got 1 hour to get this ready.
After an hour of arguing, laughing, and restarting, we finally finished our masterpiece.
Oh, mama, you are the bomb. You fix stuff when things go wrong. Mama, how do we thank you?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, mama, you are the light. You make the dark days bright.
I know that's right.
Mama, how do we thank you?
Mom smiled and said, Who wrote this song? And before I can even breathe, my brothers yelled, We all did. But Mama knew it was me, and the rest of the guys weren't happy about it.
Wipe that smile off your face.
When I was a kid, one morning my dad said,
Get dressed, we're going to the beach.
So I ran upstairs, threw on my swim trunks, grabbed the towel, sunscreen, I even packed my floaty. I came downstairs hyped like, Let's go! But then my dad looked at me and said,
Boy, why you dressed like that?
You told me to get dressed. You said we're going to the beach.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right then, let's go. So we get there and I hop out the car because, I'm so excited to swim. But my dad starts walking away from the beach. Dad, the beach is this way.
I know, but we ain't going over there. We're going to see the boats.
The boats? So now I'm fully dressed to swim, watching boats that aren't even moving.
Oh, now ain't this relaxing?
Yeah, real relaxing, Dad. That's when I learned. When your dad says you're going to the beach, you better ask what for before you bring your towel.
Oh, look at that one.
When I was a kid, I was just chilling, minding my business, vibing with my toys. Then out of nowhere, my dad walks in.
We need to talk.
I already knew what that meant. My heart started racing like I was in trouble with the FBI. What you want to talk about, Daddy?
Boy, you're too old to be calling me daddy. And look at this room. I mean, look at it. This don't make no sense.
I mean, it is my room. I like it this way.
Oh, you think this is your room? Let me show you where your room is.
Next thing I know, I'm on punishment in the bathroom.
You gonna stay in here until you know how to keep my room clean.
So now I'm sitting on the bathroom floor, just me and a roll of toilet paper, trying to figure out how I got here. But after 5 minutes of boredom, my imagination kicks in. Oh, I was up in there fighting dragons, beating up pirates, just having the time of my life.
What is that boy doing? Hey, you better not be having no fun in here.
No, Dad, I was just thinking about how good I'm gonna clean your room.
Oh, well, I'm glad you see things my way now. Get out of here, boy.
That's when I learned punishment isn't always bad if you got an imagination strong enough to survive it. So the other day, Caden's running around the living room making random sound effects. He's flipping over the couch, chasing a dog. I had enough. Caden, you're too old for that. Act your age, man. He stops, looks at me and goes, okay. Then walks over to the couch, grabs the remote and starts scrolling on my Netflix profile. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Acting my age. 10-year-olds do whatever they want. I was about to say something, but then he hit me with, wait a minute. Some kids my age be acting grown, right? I said, don't even think about it. He found one of my belts and then held it up. Somebody's about to get a pow pow. Then Destiny walks in like, boy, if you don't get off my couch. Daddy told me to act my age, and this is what 10-year-olds do. And then he hopped off the couch and started messing with his little sister. But she don't play. She smacked him right in the face. Ah, mommy, she hit me. Now I know. If you tell a 10-year-old to act your age, you might get a mini adult. Or you might just get him beat up by a toddler. When I was a kid, I was the biggest snitch in the house. If one of my brothers even looked like they were doing something wrong, I was already halfway to tell my dad, Dad, guess what Dre did? But one afternoon, I finally got a taste of my own medicine. Dad had one simple rule.
Don't eat on the trampoline.
But that day, I was starving. So I sneak out with my little snack, sit right in the middle of the trampoline, and think I'm a genius. Nobody can see me from here. All of a sudden, I hear Dre's voice. What's you doing, Desmond? Nothing.
You ain't slick. Didn't Dad say no eating on a trampoline?
Please don't tell.
Oh, you mean like how you told on me yesterday?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just please don't tell. Before I could even finish begging, he sprinted into the house like he was in the Olympics. But then I figured he wouldn't tell because he wasn't a snitch like me.
Desmond, didn't I tell you not to eat on there?
Oh, my goodness. He snitched. Then Dad climbs into the trampoline.
Dre, zipper us in.
Sure thing, Dad.
That was the day I learned snitches don't just get stitches, they get spanked in trampolines. When I was a kid, my dad turned me, my brothers, and our cousin to a boy band. But there was one problem. We couldn't dance.
One more time, y'all, and don't mess up.
You pull up looking like you know the assignment. Every little thing you do, perfect timing. Ain't gotta flex, you just move like that. Everybody watching when you move like that. You got that flavor, girl, that's all yours. Sweet like Sunday out the corner store. One look and I'm already stuck. You hit my veins, now I'm wide open. Oh, you're just like candy. Your love gives me that sugar rush. Girl, I need it. Yeah. I'm so addicted. No, you never bitter. You're sweet just like a Twizzler, my love. Ooh, I need you. Yeah, there's nothing realer.
Y'all can do better than that. One more time.